Hiring a lawyer is expensive and time intensive. Entering a legal battle could cost you thousands of dollars and even months or years of your life. But could AI reduce these costs, increase efficiency, and even make access to legal services more equitable? Or will it simply increase margins for an already profitable industry?
Well, AI is actually so far having only a modest effect on the delivery of legal services. I think we are still very much in the early days of how generative AI is going to play out. Important to remember, we're still within the first 2 years of ChatGPT's release. I think the future will show that generative AI is the most important technology ever invented for the delivery of legal services.
The legal industry is notorious for charging rates that are inaccessible for most Americans. The average rate, $327 per hour. As a result, many Americans can't afford legal representation when they need one.
Now, arguably, with AI tools, we might see a position where, make it easier and cheaper for people to access legal services.
Now, the promise of AI reducing legal costs is pretty alluring. But are chatbots like ChatGPT and Bing AI trustworthy enough for our sensitive legal work? Professor Perlman published an article in a Harvard Law School magazine that showed that AI could do things like draft a will, draft a contract to sell a car, or even give you advice on your Social Security payments. In fact, he rated Bing AI as a B to B+ Harvard Law student.
We are going to see the ways in which lawyers go about their work fundamentally altered in ways that we have not yet seen and have not seen as a result of any other technology invented to date.
And some law firms are already using the technology today. I spoke with Karen Bizard of A&O Sherman to find out more.
We rolled out enterprise-wide AI systems, a system called Harvey, in December of 2022. We have more than 4,000 lawyers around the globe in 43 countries using that enterprise legal tool. We are 100% seeing efficiency gains. It takes away a lot of the administrative burden from the lawyer. Summarizing contracts, interrogating, asking questions about your contract, revising contracts, pointing your contracts at your precedent, what you've done before. You'll be surprised at how hard that was in the law before GPT. We can see somewhere between 2 to 3 hours of savings a week. If 4,000 lawyers use that or 4,000 staff use that, that's material time saving. And it's actually allowing lawyers to do the real work that they want to do, the critical thinking.
At the same time, AI legal tools have already led to notorious blunders. Most famously, in June 2023, New York lawyers were sanctioned for using ChatGPT to generate a legal brief that had citations to cases that never even existed. And some of those fake citations were authored by real judges.
I think there's always the risk of the lazy lawyer, right? The bad actors. You've seen the press. There's always going to be someone who takes a case, doesn't check it. I think there are real risks if you don't operationalize and really look at your models and make sure you understand where your data is going. There is subject matter expertise, and you got to make sure we're balancing the subject matter expertise with the AI.
So with more and more AI-powered legal assistants coming to the market, does that mean cheaper rates for legal services?
It's really important to understand, and what I'm hearing when I talk to law firms, and especially when I talk to clients, is they are the ones asking their lawyers to use these tools. They're not afraid of these tools. They see the opportunities for their lawyers to use these tools to drive down the cost of legal services. I'm seeing it from very sophisticated companies. They are asking their outside law firms to explain how they are going to use AI and generative AI specifically to drive down the cost of legal services.
I absolutely think that AI is going to open up legal services for people who can't access them today. There are going to be services where you can actually get a really good will or advice on certain items. This is the way to democratize law.
We're already seeing a rise in AI-powered legal tech companies and startups. Some companies are boasting a 10 times faster contract review process, and others are going straight to consumers with a 90% cost reduction.
For a long time, the law has lagged in the technology sector, and it's the first time big tech has really touched the legal services industry, and we were just ripe for it. You know, we have all this data, all these documents, all this regulation, and to use AI to assist with that is really going to kind of move the needle, and I'm excited about it.